Okay, as I was saying, current situation and the heart of the matter, Five of Pentacles, the challenge, family, foundation, past events or influences that have shaped the present situation. The family thought you were naive and they thought they could sacrifice you. Recent past, they want to put all their burdens on you, or they want to see you carrying burdens. Okay. What you're aware of. Four of Swords. Okay, they may have tried to come for your bloodline. Or someone could be sick now, or they want to make you sick, or they said that you were sick, or someone is sick, okay? Or they try to come for your child, or something to do with your bloodline, okay? Underlining forces. Okay, sorry everyone, I just had to get some water, and I have to charge these. Okay. Oh, person glasses are. Has any of you ever done that? You're looking for your glasses and they're on top of your head. Anyway. So yeah, basically, your family want to see you burdened. They were sitting back. They wanted to see you weighed down. They wanted to put their burdens on you. So you could be in a fire sign. Alright? And maybe when you needed help, they weren't there. You felt alone. Oh, I feel that's, you know, things like this really touch my heart. Seriously, you know. You were shut out. Or maybe you was made to feel like you were the problem. Let's just say, I don't know, you may have had a brother staying at yours, and you know, you may have had a friend round, or you may have met a girl or something, and then they come in and they're like, don't forget to pay me my money, you know, something like that, but in front of the person that you've just met. Okay, making you feel some type of way, or even making the person that maybe you brought round look at you like, oh, are you one of them? Well, that's your brother, then, oh, are you someone that's always borrowing money then? And that may have put someone off, or, you know, some people, not everyone, but your family, they didn't care. They didn't care. Okay? When you wanted their help, the door was shut on you. Oh. And, but it was all right for them to put all their burdens on you, though. This is why I keep telling people, family can be the worst sometimes, all right? And because maybe you're different from family, or there could be something about you that, you know, they're jealous of. Could be a brother, could be a sister, could be a cousin, could be even your own parents, all right? It's sad. But do you know what you do in that situation? You take your power back, you move on, you shut the door on them, okay? And worry about whoever it is you want to get in a relationship with, or don't share any information with your family, okay? Because you may have shared information with them before, and they may have tried to come between you and relationships, or you've got to find that information out, and you're like, I'm done. Some of you may not be in contact, yeah? It could be an older sister, mother, cousin, aunt, okay? I get it, people. Look, you know, sometimes people keep going back, but it's got to come a time where you're like, enough's enough, you know. No. Or you start realising, wait a minute, how comes every time you got a problem, or maybe they're always ringing you up with their problems, and you're like, and that's just going on and on and on and on, and they won't give you a chance to speak. Or if you say, well, you know what, I'm dealing with this right now. Oh, wait a minute, I'll call you back. Someone's at the door. And then, yeah, they don't want to hear it. But it's right for them to weigh you down with their burdens, or watch you carrying burdens on your own that a lot of them have caused behind your back. And now you've decided to shut the door on them. Whoever it is, could be one person, two people, or a lot of people in a group family. You're done. They crossed you, and there's no coming back from that. Like, you know, it's worse someone that you don't know betraying you. All right, you can understand that because you don't know them, but your own family, no, you can't trust someone like that again. This is like a blood relative, okay, someone in your bloodline, Or they try to come for your bloodline. Could be your, it's like a nest, so it could be a child in your life, but you don't push your luck with my children. It doesn't matter how old your children are. Some of you children could be, grown adults. Look, people, I remember she's a Taurus. I mean, I don't know, she could be Virgo or Capricorn. There's so many lies in this family. But she was like, yeah, don't worry, I'm going to ruin the relationship between you and your son. I was like, really? Okay. Well, you're a nasty bitch. And, yeah, jealous. Like, I was fuming when she said that. I was like, wow. Do I go round there now and deal with her? Or shall I let her receive her own karma? Because I was thinking of doing something not so nice to this girl, I'm telling you. And I'm being deadly serious. When it comes to my children, no. Okay? And you see what it is with sometimes blood relatives, family. They think because they can speak to you anyhow or they can overstep their boundaries and you're going to keep allowing it. No. There comes a time where you've got to shut that door and never open it again. Ever. Now, they're going to have to deal with that for the rest of their life. Okay? Guilty conscience. How they treated you. May not have just been you. Could have been other family members. Playing people off against each other. Underlying forces. I mean, I'm being deadly serious, but when she contacted me recently, she didn't even look, like her eyes were literally sticking out of her head. Like, I was like, and she had all this, I don't know, white stuff on the corner of her mouth when she was talking, and I was like, and I could just see, like, the hate was seething out of her, like, she to me, she looked crazy. The way she was talking, it's sad, I'm not dismissing that, but I was like, boy, you really have gone, like, and it's sad. And then she had the audacity to talk about the older sister, and I was like, well, I'm not being funny. Maybe it's all the magic and all that you've been doing. Underlying forces. Underlying forces. I mean, words are magic. When you speak on another, little did this person know that everything that she's putting out there about you was a reflection of her or himself, okay? So when they were gaslighting and lying to people, making things up about you, it was actually them that was doing it, okay? Underlying forces. You turn your back. You turn your back to the past. Some of you may be thinking of traveling, okay? External forces. External, because you're not going to talk to them anymore. I mean, it depends who it is, okay? But some of you, so much time, so many years have gone past and they haven't really reached out. So you're like, well, that says a lot. Some of you may even think of moving state or country, like, well, there's nothing here for me no more. That's for some. Or just travel. Maybe you just want to travel. Okay? There's a big world out there. Like, you know, I want to do different. I want to travel. Okay? I want to explore new horizons. Your hopes, your fear. Sorry, external forces. External forces. Did I say that? I don't know. Anyway, the world. There, you close the cycle out. It's done. This is a done deal. This is over. This is one cycle in your past that you're not revisiting. It's a done deal. It's finished. Okay? Your hopes, your fears, your hopes, your fears. Five of Swords. Yeah. This person's got a dark attachment. And again, you may have seen it on the energy, on the person. This is someone that may have said you've got dark attachments, or you're crazy, or you're blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, 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 okay? You've got some entity attachment, and I'm not about to be around you, touch you, come in your home, anything, yeah? So this person, this person actually wanted you to come round, or they wanted to meet you, or maybe they were calling you up, or this sister, brother, and talking negative, or just they're a dark person, or they have this dark attachment, and you're like, don't you realize like your vessel's being used right now? I mean, while she was around this family, maybe some of you, as I said in the last reading, that where I had to cut out the comments, you may have self-harmed because this family, they were doing dark-ish on you, okay? Or things that you may have dreamt of things in your, you know, throughout the years, and it was quite disturbing, or you didn't understand it, or you're having nightmares, or, you know, your mum may have taken you somewhere, like, or you was put in a place where something happened as a child, and you know you couldn't handle that, and why would they do that, and maybe you went down the wrong path and you couldn't handle, like, I don't know, some type of essay or SB, sexual, abuse, some type of abuse, okay, neglect, ill treatment, abuse. Family's just rotten. The family's just rotten to the core. Near future. Two of Pentacles. You're trying to find balance now. You're finding balance. Okay. I mean, you hope that this person cleans their act up, you know. Again, sometimes when people have got some attachments, or they're not right in their mind, or something's overtaking their vessel, or they're on drugs or alcohol, they're just not right. I think they're superhuman and all that. And you may have just tried to guide this person. You may have said, look, and I really want you to heal and get better, and I want you to move from them people, or something to do with a family. Could have been your family that knew another family, or could have been cousins, mum, dad, whoever. Could have been a family that your family knew when you was a child, or, okay? But something was going on when you was a child, and they tried to cover it up. The family tried to cover it up. And some of you was removed from the family. The outcome. Okay, we have a King of Cups and a Knight of Wands. So these could be two different energies. Fire sign and a water sign. Or it could be a fire sign that has a lot of water in their chart, or it could be a water sign that has a lot of fire in their chart. Either or either. Okay. But the Knight of Wands is someone that's thinking about you. But you're not dealing with this flighty in and out energy. I mean, again, you know, sometimes, look, I'm not saying be with a dark, wicked person, but you see, when you learn to balance out your yin and yang, you being on the light side and the person being on that, you could balance them out, okay? You understand? And vice versa, okay? Or maybe you are you hold power of you hold both energies, okay? Maybe someone in your family gave you a drum, and that means maybe someone was connected to someone in your family. Like someone may have said, oh, here's a drum. And you may have thought, oh, that's nice. But then you thought, wait a minute. It's drum, it's music. So someone was doing something, may have given you an object, or someone gave you something to make you think of them. Like, all right, music. So they're into music, okay? Something to do with that. Or someone's seen you hitting the beat of your drum right now, you're happy, like, it's like they gave someone something to give you. They, hey, I'm here, look. Someone could have been, someone, I don't know if it's your, someone could have been sleeping with a fire sign. Whether you did in the past or whether someone in your family did. Knight of Wands, it's an in and out energy, okay? It's rush in there, passion, and rush out again. Or someone rushed somewhere to give them something and then rushed out again. Now, I'm not saying that you despise of this person in your family or people, but, you know, when they haven't cleaned up their act, or, you know, you've put all the work in, and you just can't be carrying other people's burdens. I think you do love this person. Yeah, you do love them, you know. Of course you love them, but you're loving them from a distance. And you just got to protect yourself. But, I mean, it depends. Something to do with money, inheritance, some truth and clarity. I mean, back then you may have, you know, when they mentioned something to do with your child, you may have been really angry, like, yeah. Now you're like, you know what? Some of you, you know, again, maybe, you know, you love them from a distance. Others of you, you're like, no, you close the cycle. Others of you are like, because they've taken your love for granted, okay, they thought you were naive, all right? And you're stronger than most probably all of it put together. They misjudged you, okay? Or someone in your family was working with a family. 81, something happened fast. Maybe they got arrested. The devil, drugs, I'm telling you. Something to do with drugs. Someone wanted control. Capricorn. Someone was toxic, or someone takes drugs, or someone was drinking. Maybe the whole family got pulled in. 3 of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there was collaboration in regards to money. I don't know. may have got picked up doing drugs, selling drugs, or some type of fraud, or some lies that they told. They may have like a list of charges on them. You're happy, you're content. The High Priestess. You may have dreamt of certain people in your family. And you're like, wow, okay, why did I keep having these reoccurring dreams? The Tower. Okay. So, yeah, something about a fire sign. Sleeping with an earth sign. Someone that gave you a drum. The Tower. What was hidden in the darks out in the light? Your light exposes them. Something has backfired. That was a severe tower. Something happened quick, which was a severe tower. Your ancestors had enough of these people. King of Wands, Sagittarius. Wow, prison. These people have gone to prison. Or they tried to set you up to go to prison. Page of Wands. Information. Queen of Swords. Someone was cold. You started seeing red flags. Yeah, you started protecting your heart. Okay. So you weren't so like giving your emotions over, like also all lovey-dovey and I love you and letting people in, like you turned a bit cold, but you had to protect. You started protecting your heart. You're like, no, not after all this. Ace of Wands, like passion, new adventure. Queen of Wands, Pisces, Queen of Cups. Could have been someone's partner or someone else here that was doing some type of water magic. Eight of Pentacles, working, doing this throughout the moon cycle. Nine of Wands, you put up your boundaries. Six of Wands, it's getting recognition, public recognition. Yeah, you started loving yourself. Could have been a Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Two of Swords. It's like about being stuck at a crossroads. Maybe you took your love back. The Moon, illusions, lies, secrets. So there could have been a lot of illusions, lies, secrets to you. You could have put up your boundaries, maybe with a fire sign. This person could have been sleeping around with others. King of Swords. That could be friends of the fire signs. Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, or the wheel. You're on top of the wheel, you balance. Again, you see, like, you can balance out your yin and yang, like, you know, you're powerful in that sense. So you know about dark energies and what they're doing, okay? Because you embody both. You embody both. So you could have been looking at a person like, yeah, I see you. Like, you ain't hiding nothing, okay? Someone could have been sleeping around and giving people STDs. Maybe they said they give you, or you gave them, and you're like, I've never had an STD. What you're talking about? Ten of Swords. Backstabbing, betrayal. Oh yeah, there's a lot of lies. Two of Cups. You may come to union with your divine counterpart. Alright? Soulmate. So maybe this past person, yeah, see, yeah, you could come into union with your soulmate. See the white horse? Yeah. Your family didn't want that. They wanted you like this. Left out, all on your own. Thinking about love. Having no one there. Maybe in the past it was a setup. Some of you may have met a guy. And maybe this man couldn't produce children. And maybe they thought, like, if you've been in a relationship for so long with him, that you too wouldn't bother. So you'd be childless, do you understand? Then if you was childless, then if someone in your family's childless, that was mirroring you. You see what I'm saying? And I see, that type of thing happened to me. I was with a guy for 8 years. He's from Jamaica. His parents were from Jamaica, but he was born here, I think. I can't remember, years ago. But yeah, he couldn't have children. Then I went to a club. But I don't know. I just started like I don't know. I wanted children. I thought I can't stay with this man. Like, he doesn't want children. He's not. I don't know if, I don't know. We went to the hospital and he had a thing like it was low. But I was like, nah. I've got to. I want a family of my own. Yeah. 6 of Cups. Someone from your past wants to return. Queen of Pentacles. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and bye.